Not too long ago, someone asked me between my country of origin, which is Nigeria, and my country of residence, which is Canada, which one is better, which one did I like most, and why. So I chose my country of origin and I gave him the reasons. After that conversation, I reflected on my response and I discovered that question was actually unreasonable. It doesn't make sense. Firstly, you as a parent, you wouldn't compare two of your children against each other or compare your children to another person's children. Neither will you compare yourself to someone else. So why will you compare your country of origin to the Western country? It doesn't make sense, right? Secondly, in Nigeria, where I come from, I am indigenous to that land, just like majority of Africans in diaspora. But in the Western world, even with your citizenship status, you are still an immigrant because the Aboriginals are indigenous to that land, and that makes a big difference. Thirdly, life is two-sided. In other words, we have positive and negative. Everything in life has positive and negative, has ups and downs, head and tail, left and right. By the time you do your comparison between my country of origin or your country of origin and the Western countries, you will discover that they are unmatched, uncomparable, unbalanced because you cannot put them on the same scale. For example, one man's food is definitely another man's poison. What the Westerners might consider to be toxin might be permissible in Nigeria, and sometimes what is permissible in Nigeria might be toxin to the uh, Western world, right? And fourthly, the system of functionality set up in those regions, in other words, the system of functionality set up in the Western region and most African countries are set up in such a way for a particular purpose and reasons. So, if you want to do that comparison, you have to compare the effectiveness of those systems, and those systems have to be the same, which in most cases they are not the same. So, on that note, you can't compare them. And lastly, the Western world cannot be a standard for African. Neither can African be a standard for the Western world because we do not share the same sense of value or the same value in a sense. So if you see yourself in that kind of conversation, it is unwise or you can just have fun. Not too long ago, someone asked me between my country of origin, which is Nigeria,